I had to go back and watch Tyler Buchner's high school highlight tape to get an understanding of the athleticism that he's bringing to the University of Alabama. Here he is on a quarterback keeper that he turned in for a touchdown. You see him right here doing the same thing to the outside. He's got a lot of speed. He's got a lot of talent. And I'm curious to see how that plays in with Tommy Rees's system. What's up? It's Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Tyler Buchner, TREY, AMOS, and JAYLEN, the transfers have arrived in Tuscaloosa. Today, we're going to talk about each of those transfers and how they can make an impact with this roster going into the 2023 season. Clearly, we've talked about the quarterbacks a ton of times, and I'm sure when you're out there this past Memorial Day weekend, barbecuing with your friends, you were talking about who's going to be the quarterback. I'm sure it came up if you were talking Alabama football. It did for me. So you have Jalen Milroe, who we've already discussed countless times, and Ty Simpson. And so you have Tyler Buchner coming in, and I think that all these quarterbacks have a similar trait, and that is the ability to bring an escapability to their game. And we've seen that with Bryce. We've seen that with Tua. We saw that with Jalen. Not so much with Mac Jones because he was the pocket quarterback. But I think in this day and age, it's important to have a quarterback that has a lot of athleticism. I think that Tyler Buchner could have an edge in one particular area, and that is the fact that he came from the system with Tommy Rees. There's history there. And I think that is important to watch as we go into this quarterback race during the initial part of August. Does Tyler Buchner understand what Rees wants a little bit better than Jalen Milroe or Ty Simpson? I know each of those quarterbacks had an opportunity to work with Rees during the spring season, but there is history there. And Tyler Buchner, as we've said before, wouldn't be coming to Alabama if he didn't think that he was going to win the job at the quarterback position. These transfers that come in are not transfers that come and sit. We have seen that time and time again. Now, the best player will play. And as Coach Saban said, the players know who the best player is. And so do the coaches. And it's the coach's responsibility to put the best player at the starting position. Tyler Buchner, Jalen Milroe, Ty Simpson. It's a three-horse race. Each of those quarterbacks has athleticism, has that escapability. Who is going to be the best fit for Tommy Rees's system? Want to hear from you inside the comment box one more time as we talk about these quarterbacks entering the 2023 season. And I'm honestly excited to see what Tyler Buchner brings to this quarterback room. You also have TREY AMOS. Now, TREY AMOS is a cornerback out of Louisiana Lafayette. And when we look back to his tape, he was actually, and this is his huddle tape, so this is a couple years ago, I saw they were actually running the single wing for his offense, and he was the quarterback. It shows kind of the athleticism that these guys have, right? And if you're not accustomed to the single wing, basically you have a spinner back in the backfield. It's like this old style offense, so couldn't really get a true gauge from watching his highlight tape. But I think TREY AMOS coming to Alabama, as we know, is going to compete for another starting spot with Terrion Arnold. And that's going to be a hell of a battle, to be honest, because I think from watching his tape at Louisiana Lafayette, he's a corner that has very good range. And I think Alabama needed to add some corners, and rightfully did because of the transfer portal situations or just players from the defensive secondary. And TREY AMOS is coming to compete for opportunities to see time on the field. 100%. He's not coming to play second fiddle to Terrion Arnold. I think that is going to be a battle. We know that Kool-Aid has locked up the other spot, and maybe in some situations where they put multiple defensive backs out on the field, that TREY AMOS could get on to the field and add another very capable corner to that unit, for example, a dime package or something like that. But for the most part, I like what I see from TREY AMOS. And I think that is going to be a tough role for him to beat out Terrion Arnold, because I think Terrion Arnold is a very good athlete. And I think, honestly, he has the makings to just, be maybe as good as Kool-Aid, to be honest. I mean, I like the corners that Alabama has. That's why I'm a little bit surprised that, there's been some people out there saying that TREY AMOS could push Terrion. I disagree for right now. And I guess we'll just have to see it play out. What do you think inside the comment box? Are you excited about Terrion Arnold's game and, potentially this cornerback battle that is also about to take place in August? Now, Jaylen Key is a transfer from UAB. And to be honest, I think that Jaylen Key, out of the transfers that are coming in this summer, he probably has the best opportunity to see the field the earliest. I was really impressed when I kind of dove into his highlight tape to see what it brings. I think that he's a really good combination of a safety and a corner. And I think that fits in great for Kevin Steele's defensive secondary. Now, Alabama does have some very capable players in the secondary at the safety spot, right? We love Caleb Downs, the freshman. We really enjoyed Malachi Moore's game and some of those younger guys that are starting to get their feet wet. And we're not going to forget about Christian Story by any means. Jake Pope, of course, with the big boom. So there's a lot of talent within that secondary. But the thing that Jaylen Key also has that he's bringing is a lot of experience, right? This guy saw a ton of snaps at UAB. And he was very productive in terms of being an open field tackler. And I think that is so important in this day and age, is I think sometimes we've lost the art of tackling, right? Just wrap up the opposition, take him down. And you'll see time and time again that Jaylen Key is able to come up with the big play, knocking the ball away. But I really just like the simple fact that he is good in open space at bringing down someone with the football. I think that's kind of a lost art, to be honest. What are you excited about with the transfers that are coming in during the summertime? Tyler Buchner, TREY, AMOS, and Jaylen Key. Do you think that one of those guys has a better opportunity to start sooner than another? I want to hear from you inside the comment box. We're going to talk about the summer enrollees that are freshmen, Keon Keeley, Yanzi Priere, those other guys in another video this week. But I wanted to talk about the transfers as we got back from Memorial Day. I hope you had a fantastic time with your family and your friends. And we really appreciate you being a subscriber of Bama Football. But before I go, when you look into this defense, what do you want to see? Honestly, do you want to see, because I think we talk about that Bama standard a lot. What does that mean to you? Do you think that Kevin Steele is going to be able to bring that back to the University of Alabama? Definitely sound off inside the comment box. We got a great week for the University of Alabama athletics. You have softball, you have the baseball team who's hosting a regional. So there's a ton of stuff going on. But of course, you know, we're sticking with football. That's what we do here on Bama Football on YouTube. So hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. We appreciate you guys more than you know. Coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube.
There we go, good. Nice and go. That's it. Nice job, Trent. Run your feet, baby. Run your feet. Oh, you're here. Good job. Good. Cross. Good. Set. Good. Left hand in the middle today. 12. Set. Good. Cross. 12. Set. Good.